most of the places begin to emerge from lockdowns and isolations, the wandering souls of travelers, many of whom have been largely confined to homes for more than a year, are starting again to dream of beaches, mountains, rivers, or simply bask in nature. Solely because it is our human nature that people want to explore and enjoy their lives. Aside from the rich cultural diversity of Cebu, whether you are going up north or down south, there are so many places to choose from. Picturesque landscapes, rugged terrains, pristine white beaches, and countless natural wonders. Now, if you want to seek for an adventure or prefer a little rest and relaxation, plan right away as to where you are heading next. Kay kami, this time, we are heading to the most beautiful natural attraction of Tabogon, the enchanting Guiwanon Spring. Guiwanon Spring is a popular cold spring in Barangay Maslog, Tabogon, a municipality in the northern part of Cebu Province. It is lately called Banyan Spring, with the new owner of the place change its name and dedicate the place in honor of the giant tree that guards the area. It is a variety of a Philippine native tree called banyan or balite in Tagalog, and in our Visayan term, it is called dakit, which is believed to have nature spirits dwell in the tree. To get to the spring, if you are from Cebu City or somewhere from the southern part, you may ride a bus from the Cebu North Bus Terminal in Subangdako, Mandawi City. Just choose the bus that is assigned Tabogon via Bourbon, and inform the conductor of the bus to drop you off at the spring. Exploring nowadays isn't really that difficult even if you are unfamiliar with your point of destination, as you can navigate easily using Waze or Google Map. The cold spring is just along the main road. Bus fare is around 150 pesos per head one way. Travel time is approximately 3 hours from the terminal. After an hour of travel from San Remigio, where we came from, we were led by Google Map to this unassuming entry with a signboard that concluded, "We have indeed arrived at our destination." We were stopped by the entrance for a health protocol and was led to a wide parking area with a minimal fee. Entrance fee cost around 100 pesos per head, which I find a bit expensive, as I don't have any inkling as to what awaits us. So we disembarked from the car and hiked downhill, not knowing what's in store for us. Nice, Katina. Oh my god, so nice. It's very nice. Look, kanindot ani perbiag. Look, nice, Karilal. My god, it's so nice. Panindot, oy. Uy, na-shock ko sa kanindot. We're here in Tabogon, Guiwanon Spring, or the Banyan Spring. So look at the view and the water. It's crystal clear. My God. So the area is already developed, but then they maintained, okay, the natural feel of the place. And the best is the water. Look at the water, it's so clear. Grabe. Nice kayo.
It's so nice. Grabe. So let's explore the place. Look at the place. It's so nice. Oh my god. What a very nice place. With gulay. Look at the place.
A spring is a place where water moving from underground finds an opening to the land surface and emerges, sometimes just a trickle, maybe only after a rain, and sometimes in a continuous flow, pouring hundreds of liters daily like this one here. A spring is found when a side of a hill, a valley, or other excavations intersect with a flowing body of groundwater, or below a water table, which the subsurface material is saturated with water. It is also a result of an aquifer being filled to the point that the water overflows into the land surface. Springs may form in any sort of rock, but the best ones are formed in a limestone, sandstone, basalt, and dolomite rocks, yielding a good quality of spring water. These kinds of stones fracture relatively easy, and when a weak carbonic acid formed by rainwater penetrating through the organic matter in the soil, it enters into these tiny fractures and dissolves the bedrock. It eventually creates an airspace or caverns which would eventually be filled with water through rainfall or any other water source like underground rivers. And when the cavern is filled with water, because of tremendous force or pressure, it bursts from underground, forming a spring. Spring water that oozes through this is the mineral-rich life force that animals and humans have used to survive for many millennia.
Ang sa source? Madto niya ra. Ako sa rin tiwas ang diba. My God, grabe ka tinaw eh. It's crystal clear. Oo ako. Mother Nature is very generous to this place. This is the source, so let's have a sneak peek. Okay, dili siya allowed. Look at the source. The area is restricted, so it's a bit of a challenge, to see the source, which is so blue. Oh. Look, oh, Shelly, so you cannot go there. Sorry. So that's the source there at the back of that potted plants, and it's not accessible to the public. Okay, so the outflow of the water is where you can swim to your heart's content. Grabe. I'm so happy seeing this place, and I was so shocked that I haven't known this place. This is the first time I have heard of such destination. Grabe, so nice. Uy, salamat kayo, nature, for still here after all these years. Grabe ka, nice.
Waters in springs are remarkably clear because the stored waters from these aquifers are naturally filtered by earth, sand, rocks, and gravels in which they were stored into. And the time spent underground allows the breeze and mud to suspend. And if the water is underground long enough, algae or whatever water plant around may die from lack of sunlight. But sometimes the color of the water may also be affected by the presence of minerals coming from the subsurface rocks in contact with the groundwater, like iron, causing reddish discoloration of the water. Dipping into natural springs is a great way to rejuvenate. The healing powers of natural spring is long-standing and widespread since the dawn of time. And its natural mineral content like calcium, potassium, magnesium, sodium, and traces of iron and zinc provide numerous health benefits. Because of the association of healing properties of water due to its mineral content, many streams, springs, and wells are believed to have healing powers.
Look at this. So if you want a waterfalls, oh, there's Mama Mary over there. Nice kaayo ang place. Oh my God.
In the ancient world, temples were erected near springs, and many healing cults have been associated with springs being the source of water, with a general belief that water is the source of life, an absolute necessity for existence. Cult practices surrounding springs have been performed in ancient times, from Greek to Rome, Middle East, India, and Egypt. And they build temples dedicated to their gods, believing deities or sacred beings are believed to dwell. Springs are also holy to our Catholic beliefs, where the Virgin Mary appeared to Saint Bernadette to a series of visions in an area where there is a spring known as the Lord's Shrine in France, and believed to have miraculous flowing stream that would heal the sick people.
This is the Banyan Spring of Tabogon, Cebu Province. Look at the water, it's so clear. Grabe, generous kayo ang nature. Mother Nature is really generous to this place. Oh, look, oh, it's crystal clear.
And the primary takeaway of the spring is that the minerals dissolved in the spring water as it flows through underground rocks is offering us with pure alkaline and health-promoting water, free from synthetic toxins.
The town is so blessed to have this. And they have kept the natural feel. Diri agi. See, I told you, nice kayo.
Nature surprises us in so many ways. The breathtaking splendor of these natural wonders here is a sight to behold. I was left mesmerized and enchanted by the crystal clear water that oozes beneath the ground. And I am so glad that places like this still exist in our present time, and my children were able to enjoy it. I felt a deep sense of gratitude inside me to those people who are behind the preservation of this natural wonder. People of the present generation reap the fruits of those who preceded them, and I salute these people. But a deep sense of sadness enveloped me, thinking about the future of this place, so beautiful and pristine. You see, the area surrounding the spring is highly urbanized, and the encroaching urban development is the #1 threat to biodiversity damage and loss. Because when we are dealing with groundwater, you also need to look at what's happening on the surface of the water source. When it rains, water travels from the surface of the earth, picking up contaminants along the way that may or may not be filtered by layers of earth, sands, and rocks. Not to mention the domestic waste or the sewer overflows of the people living around the area that may leach into the water table. Highly urbanized areas would equate with numerous septic tanks, and surely contaminants may seep underground. These contaminants harbor pathogenic bacteria and dangerous microbes, such as waterborne organisms like E. coli, which may lead to diseases like diarrhea, cholera, dysentery, typhoid, Hepa A, and polio. Water is an essential life resource for all life on Earth, and it is apparently vulnerable to pollution. The most effective way to prevent biodiversity loss is to protect what remains. Protecting nature and its natural resources is our moral duty that we owe to our next generation. For it is very shameful to the future generation who will be forced to live in a contaminated environment just because we, the present generation, has caused the damage. We are all part of the environment. Earth is what we all share in common. So let's protect it because it is our home, our only home.